Tonight, November 10th, 2007, another first takes place as Elite XC crowns its first 160-pound world champion. Who is it going to be? Nick Diaz or KJ Noons? We're about to find out.
And notice how they don't touch gloves.
Ooh, nice body shot by Noons.
Very vivid illustration of the reach advantage by Diaz, snatching that single leg. Noons defending it along the cage.
It's a smart game plan already for Nick Diaz. We know he can bang standing up, but Noons has got such a pedigree for stand-up fighting.
Nice escape by Noons. And again, Nick Diaz, a cumulative puncher. Constant movement. This guy's participated in triathletes. Days after leaving the hospital.
Again.
KJ has got to be careful because he's dipping his head to his right.
But Nick Diaz telegraphing the shot a bit. Noons able to sprawl.
What I was getting to is that Nick Diaz, if he's got a left roundhouse kick, if KJ moves his head to the right, throw the head kick.
Nick's an extremely tactical fighter. It's really interesting to watch him.
KJ fighting out of that crouch and landing that right hand at will to the body and stuffing all these takedowns.
Doing a very good job of stuffing the Nick Diaz takedown attempts. KJ Noons, he gets tagged there by the right hand, and that's the one thing, constant movement, just like that big rabbit in the commercial, is Nick Diaz.
He can't take a lot of those guys. Later on, if it goes later, those are going to accumulate.
KJ Noons with a boxing pedigree. Nick Diaz also 1-0 as a pro boxer. He has trained with former WBA and WBC world champion Luisita Espinoza. Noons blocked that roundhouse and tags Diaz with that right hand.
KJ's gained a little confidence right here that he's stuffing those takedown attempts. Tries to stuff him with that knee that Edson Berto saw in his last time out.
And that time gets the knee, but Diaz looking for the takedown along the fence and manages to secure it.
He scooped that double leg and didn't give it up until Noons was on his back.
And Diaz has got a cut.
Diaz doing a good job of breaking the guard.
Wow.
Nice escape by KJ Noons midway through round one. Noons putting on a little razzle-dazzle with that escape, and yes, a cut over the right eye of Nick Diaz.
And if you remember in the meetings, Nick brought to our attention, don't be surprised if I get cut early in the fight.
The 160-pound version of Pedro Hizzo, susceptible to cuts.
Let's go a little bit. Keep it at his eye. All right, here we go, man. Here we go. Over here.
That cut is actually in a pretty bad place. It's right on the eye, right above the eyelid.
Okay, you ready to go? You ready to go?
Under the brow, guys. It's go right into the eye. KJ's got to have some confidence.
Will this give KJ Noons confidence to pick up the pace a bit? Will this make Nick Diaz a desperate man? He's been here before. A veteran, and he gets tagged with that right hand.
A beautiful counter straight right put Nick Diaz down.
And no question about it, KJ Noons now smelling the blood, looking to attack Nick Diaz as he really put him down with that straight right hand.
KJ is making city boxing pretty proud right now, gentlemen.
Noons wanting Diaz to get back up on his feet.
And we got another cut.
And a high roundhouse blocked by Diaz. Diaz face beginning to show the toll of these shots from KJ Noons, and he's doing a great job of avoiding the takedowns attempts of Nick Diaz.
Well, look at the look in KJ Noons' eyes right now, gentlemen.
The one thing KJ Noons can ill afford to do is get overly confident and become reckless, knowing that Nick Diaz has been cut, and it seems to be over both eyes.
Stick and move, like I said earlier, guys. Stick and move.
Nunes trying to come in at angles. Diaz now trying to hunt him down with those peppering left shots. And again, it may look like Nick Diaz is not hurting his opponent, but again, it's the cumulative effect. This is the Nick Diaz strategy, peppering KJ Nunes now in the final minute.
And let's remember what Diaz's face looked like in the Gomi fight when he absolutely destroyed him at the end.
Another straight right from Nunes.
There goes the mouthpiece.
Nunes is using a lot of head movement and avoiding most of the significant shots that Diaz is throwing so far.
You got to wonder if Diaz sustains this for a couple rounds, how is the cardio going to come into play?
Are you surprised at KJ Nunes' takedown defense at all, Stephen?
No, I'm not, because we saw a great takedown defense against Berto.
But against someone like Nick Diaz, who is so well schooled on the ground, and again with that reach and height advantage, it's been a round that definitely belongs to KJ Nunes. As Diaz tries for the takedown again, we're at the end of round one. A great opening 5 minutes.
Beautiful.
As Diaz and Nunes battle for the Elite XC 160-pound world title.
You're good. Hey, look at me. You go in there, box him, and get the clinch for a takedown.
Okay, that cut in round one may be a result of that knee right there, which was shades of what KJ did against Berto. It was a beautiful counter to a shot. He's got a good instinct to do that. Let's take a second look at that. He's waiting, and he throws that knee perfectly as Diaz dives in for that double leg. Okay, here's KJ at his best, eating the low kick, but waiting patiently and throwing that counter right hand, which put Diaz down.
It's over.
The fight has been stopped. Dr. Robert Williams, who was looking closely at the cuts over Nick Diaz's left eye and the bridge of his nose, has deemed Nick Diaz unable to